All right, y'all. Welcome back to another installment of Creating Coziness. I'm here with my boy Ruri.
What's
So,
up?
to start it off, let the people know what you do and your background and everything.
All right, so I was born in Jersey. Um, I'm going to school right now. I'm a student at Stevens Institute of Technology, and I'm studying computer engineering. But I have a lot of hobbies, one of which is music, another is winemaking, and just a bunch of different stuff. Uh, Photography, I do a little bit, and then I make artwork for the music and stuff like that too. So I'm always keeping busy doing whatever piques my creative interest, I would say. So
Word. So, where do you really get started in, your passions and hobbies? Like, what was the first form of art or, business that you got excited about and wanted to pursue?
um, well, I think you might know this actually because we went to high school together. But I used to be mad into comic books and stuff like that, and that type of culture. So when I was growing up, I would always be drawing like comics, like my own stuff, or drawing like recreating stuff that I would read. So I got really good at like figure drawing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think as that kind of progressed and I got better and better at it, it was kind of like less challenging for me and wasn't really as satisfying. So that is where it started, but then it kind of developed into other things. I think I now put that like artistic creative energy into like I figured like engineering would be kind of like that,
Mm-hmm.
where like it's a good major or career to do like something that's going to make you a lot of money, but is also creative in a way because you have to like think of new ideas for things, you have to build things and stuff like that. But I mean, I still like come back to my roots every now and then, and I'll just like start doodling while I'm bored or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like nice at like drawing like just like people figures like heads and stuff and just like
Yeah.
crazy stuff like that. So
So
that's where it
did
started.
your interest in wanting to do more than just the basic, drawing form of art, did that lead into you wanting to, pursue other forms of art as well, not just, trying to propel off of the drawing with the engineering, but also wanted to, dig deep into the music and stuff as well?
Yeah, so I think in the beginning, like music is one of those things where like I feel like if you didn't start when you're young, it kind of becomes a little intimidating to start when you're older, because like if you don't have any background knowledge on it, then like picking up an instrument isn't easy for everybody because it takes work. You gotta like fucking play that like I play the guitar now, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start until like 2 or 3 years ago. But now that I've been playing for 2 or 3 years, like I got better. I'm not like really nice, but like you start to learn stuff and you start to become more interested. And I think like that for me was like a step forward in my creativity, is like learning something new that's outside of drawing, but it's still artistic. And then the same with like writing music is like I feel like that's a little bit easier for people once they get older because they're like, all right, well I've written my whole life, so like now I can write a rap or maybe I can write a song. So
Or
yeah.
so, with that being said, what really inspired you or motivated you to, pursue your goals in forms of art? Like, if it was a person or a movie or a song, anything that kind of influenced you.
Um, yeah, I think the cool thing about music is that there's so many good artists to look up to that can inspire you in so many different genres. So there's like a lot of different things for different people. So like some of my inspirations are like Michael Jackson for pop, and then for R&B I'd say Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
For rap and hip hop I'd say Kid Cudi or Kanye, Kendrick, um, and then like I don't know, whatever mood I'm in depends on who I'll listen to. And then let's say I'm having kind of like a dip in inspiration. I'm not making music for like maybe like a week or so. I'll like listen to one of those artists and it'll like make me wanna make music or write something that's similar or makes me feel the same way that their music does.
Word.
So yeah.
So, where do you necessarily see yourself with the type of work ethic and passion that you know, move with now over the next 5 or so years? Like, do you have any goals or deadlines that you want to reach or achieve between now and a certain time?
Yeah, so with the guys that I make music with, we are releasing the mixtape hopefully by New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
So we've kind of made that date so that we can try and get everything done by then. And then we've been kind of talking here and there about the next steps. So Nick actually has something, a personal project that he wants to release maybe like 2 or 3 months after we release this one, just to keep like that interest growing and people like seeing that we're doing stuff, because I think that's important in like music and stuff like that.
Let people know like the name of your band and everything, and you know your whole
A little plug.
your little background behind it.
So our group name is In Vain.
Mm-hmm.
So on Instagram we're iv.music.x.
Mm-hmm.
So we started like 2 years ago maybe, just like messing around on the computer like I said, and just doing like simple stuff. We weren't really like, we didn't have any aspirations in mind when we started. So it's me, Rob DeStefano, Nick Castro, and Charles Yaus, and we all went to high school together. And so yeah, we started messing around in like Nick's basement, just like making stuff that we thought was fun or that like we could laugh to. I had so many good laughs like down in the basement, just making like bullshit. And then it kind of started to get like a little bit better and better as we kept making songs, and we were like, well, maybe we can actually like do something with this. And then it kind of became like let's actually do something with this, because like we feel like we have something that people are gonna want to listen to.
Word.
So yeah.
So, do you have any plans on, you know, branching off and doing music on a solo tip, or do you want to just mainly focus on doing group projects right now?
It's here and there. I feel like I work in between, because I can't always see them, so I can't always make music with them. I think the good thing about making music with other people is that like I can bring an idea to the table, and it might be a good idea, but then Nick or Chuck might have something to add to that idea that's just gonna elevate it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the parts that I like when working in a group. But I do have solo stuff that I've written. I try to do a little bit more like playing with the guitar, a little more singing and stuff like that, whereas when I'm doing stuff with them, it's a little more hip-hop, rap, which I do in some of my stuff too, but I feel like my strengths are more rhythmic, like musically singing and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I wouldn't say I try to do, but I end up doing at the end of the day, just because I'm more comfortable doing that stuff. So yeah.
Word. So, speaking on comfortability, is there any specific form of art that you feel like in the long run is going to be like your main focus, or do you see yourself like as a true artist just dabbling in different forms of art here and there?
Yeah, I think dabbling is in different stuff like teaches you about other things.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think it depends on your resources. So like I like photography because you tend to focus on different things than you would in, let's say, like hand drawing.
Yeah.
So like photography, you're worried about like the environment that you're in. There's a lot less that you can really control. Whereas with hand drawing, like you're controlling everything. You're controlling the color and things, how they're shaped and all that. So I think when you have a perspective on both, it can change the way that you do a certain thing. So like if you're into photography but you're also into fashion, that might go into the way that you make your clothes. Maybe it'll look better like this on camera, or you know, stuff like that. So I always like to mix things up because I think that's good, and it always pushes you to do different things in a certain subject. So yeah.
Right, that's what's up. So do you have any platforms, whether it be, you know, social media or, you know, musically, that you want people to reach you on?
So Instagram is Ru_Fernan, so RU_Fernan. And then music, I believe on SoundCloud I have the same name, but you can just reach the SoundCloud through Instagram. So, and then other than that, the group IV Music, we're on SoundCloud too, in Vain. We'll be releasing stuff. We're releasing 2 songs on Christmas Day, which is Voodoo and Redhead Part 1. And then hopefully by New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, we'll release the tape. So look out for that.
Or any last remarks that you want people to know about you, yourself, or quotes or anything that you want to convey out to the world?
I think right now the thing that I'm learning that I feel like is the most important is that it's never too late to try something. Because I feel like a lot of people today are not as confident to try new things and to open up to certain passions that they might be interested in, and then you just end up putting yourself in a box. But even if you fail, like, that's fine, at least you'll learn something about yourself. So it's hard, but I feel like nowadays I try to just try new things, so I learn more about myself, and then maybe I can start doing other things. So
Right, that's important. I appreciate having you on the show, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors, man.
Thank you for having me. Stay cozy.
Yo, that shit came out nice, man.
Yeah.